Howdy friends and neighbors. I just wanted to make a quick video. And before I get started, quite a while back the Swedish Maker had a drawing for a giveaway where he was giving away these beard combs that he made. And I planned to, next time I made a video, thank him in the video instead of just the email that I sent thanking him. But I got distracted doing other things other than making videos, and that video never came. So I'll do it now, even though it's been quite a while. But thank you to the Swedish Maker. Very cool beard comb. Everybody go check out the Swedish Maker if you haven't already. He has a fantastic channel. Lots of great videos. Anyway, the topic of this video is going to be this. This is a Miller's Falls 731 Holdall brace, and I'm going to restore it. And the point of getting this was the jaws on the Holdall and some of their other braces, lion braces and things like that, are supposed to be able to hold, other than the square tapered shank bits, they're supposed to be able to also hold round twist bits, hex bits, all sorts of different bits. So I thought this would give me some more options for boring and drilling. And in this video, I just want to disassemble it, and I'll take the jaws out of this Stanley and we'll compare them. This Stanley does a pretty good job holding, say, hex bits and of course the square tapered shank. But when you get round bits, occasionally once you bore in, it'll no longer hold them once the wood starts gripping the bit tightly. So I'll take them apart, we'll compare the jaws, maybe chuck up a couple of bits or something, I don't know yet, and just see number one, the condition of this, what I'm going to have to do to restore it, and number two, how the jaws differ. Alright, we'll take this apart and see what the jaws look like. First I'll check out the condition of it a little bit. It sounds a little gritty. It sounds very gritty. And I'm a little concerned about this. I'll see if I can fix that. It'll be no good if it's wobbling like that while I'm trying to drill. Apart from that, I mean, it's rusty. That could probably use a little oil. But it seems like, oh yeah, it's nice and gritty. Seems like it's in pretty good shape so far. Someone put some oil on there. I should say the 731, this is a 12-inch throw. My Stanley there is a 10-inch throw, so in addition to being able to hold more bits, hopefully, this will also give me a little more torque when that is required. Oh yeah, wow. Look at that, that's going to need some cleaning. Oh boy. Let me clean this up a little bit, and then I'll take apart that Stanley and we'll compare the jaws. Alright. These are the jaws out of that Miller's Falls 731 Leland jaws. These are from the Stanley, and that is a Stanley number 945. And then I got these. I got a Miller's Falls 1710 and a lot of rusty tools that I'm gonna restore to use. And this just happened to be in there, and I thought I would get these out. I have not restored this yet, which is obvious, but for comparison's sake. So let's take a look. Not a huge difference. You can see slightly different in the way that this comes together versus this. That could use a little work. And then inside here, the way that cavity is shaped, this is just a kind of a straight channel. Whereas this one is kind of tapered a little bit. And of course, the way that this part back here is shaped allows it to open much wider. Let's take a look at these. We'll compare Miller's Falls to Miller's Falls. It's got a little bit of a taper too, so maybe that's a Miller's Falls trait. But again, slightly different in the way that they close. And much wider opening. So very interesting. We'll see how well it does once I get it restored. This Stanley holds a lot of bits really well, but I'm interested to see how these do. Oh, I just noticed that might be the big difference. There's so much more articulation in these, the way that they can move. All this does is close like a alligator mouth. Very interesting. Let me grab some bits and we'll just hold them in here and see how it looks, how it closes around them, and compare that too. Alright, I've got an assortment of bits here. Got the 1/4" hex, some round. Got these DeWalt with the flats. I'm blanking on that one. Here's a Holdall auger bit. Square tapered shank. This, of course, goes in here. James Wright from Wood by Wright has talked about these, and so far, pretty amazing how smooth they cut. But we'll try it out on the tapered shank. Highly doubt it'll grip this once it's in the brace, but I just thought it would be interesting to see what it looks like gripping around it. And yeah, so let's compare and see what this looks like. We'll start off tapered shank, of course, and once that's seated, that's in there on the Stanley. Naturally, it was made for that. Let's just see how this It is interesting how much movement it's got. Let's try out the 1/4" hex. The Stanley does pretty well with this. You can see, squeezing it with my hand, it rotates pretty freely, but when it's in the brace, it locks in nice and tightly. And it kind of sits in there at an angle. Right there, I don't know if you can see. It gets in there at an angle, similarly to how this tapered shank seats. Just like that. And with this one, instead of gripping it down here, let's do that again. If I were to slide that all the way back, if I slide that all the way back there, the front, well, I'm getting more confused about the differences as I go, except for this is just a lot. There's so much more movement in this one. But if you get it back here, it does open up on the back. This one does not. Now this is way too big. Let's just see how it grips. It grips it pretty well, honestly. You can see with this bigger bit where the advantage may come. These Leland jaws can grip right around it. Stanley can't do it. Let's try something small that you would normally put in your egg beater or some other type of drill other than a brace. Yeah, this Stanley, it just spins freely. It's like tweezers. It's really amazing, the design. If I really try, I can spin it. But once it's in the brace, I wonder if it would grip it. And of course, let's look at this. It's like the Stanley. I'm going to clean this up a little bit, and we'll lock some bits down in the brace. All right, let's chuck some bits up in these braces and see what the difference is. Here's the Stanley that I have been using. Nice brace, I think. 945, 10-inch. Of course, the tapered shank. Helps if you go in the right direction. Holding it as expected. Hex shank's a little less secure in this one, but it'll still hold it and it still works. I've done quite a bit with some hex shank bits in here, 1/4 inch. And as you can see, hopefully there, it closes around it nice and tight. And it will hold it pretty well. Let's throw in just a round. It's pretty secure. And I have been able to use some round shank bits before, but I've also gotten some stuck in the wood. Once the bit got sufficient resistance from the wood, it was done and would just slip right out. Or if it didn't slip out, the brace would just kind of spin around it. And of course these will hold just a little bit better than the round. Now, this I know for a fact, but zero chance, even if let's open these up all the way. These wood owl bits, just too big. So we'll skip the tapered shank, and we'll just look at see how it closes around this hex. Nice. A lot of this I can't really show on camera because it's just a feel for how it's closing around them. But let's try a round shank. Supposedly this works well with round shank bits. Oh yeah, that just as I was tightening it, I could feel a difference between this one and the Stanley as it tightened around it. Even though the Stanley held it pretty well. Now, let's see if that extra movement that I was talking about earlier will do anything for this wood owl bit. No. No way. No way. That is in there. I'm pretty sure I could use this without the adapter. No problem. that is an amazing set of jaws in here. Absolutely incredible. I can't wait to restore this. That is shocking. Wow. Anyway, I thought somebody might find this interesting. I know I do. Very cool technology going on in this old tool. And again, thanks to the Swedish Maker for the beard comb. Sorry it took so long. I have some videos of some tool restorations and other things that are, some are kind of done, need to be edited, some are partially done and need to be finished up and edited. I'll try to get to those. I'll try to make a video of restoring this. And of course, I've got my bench, so we'll try to do some woodworking videos, and hopefully some things came up before and it kind of got away from me on the video making, but hopefully I'll be able to get back into making some videos, and should be fun. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hopefully I didn't bore you too much with this, and everyone stay safe out there.